Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over oil and natural gas, do our daily technical analysis update. We've got behind me oil. We'll start there. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But let's dive in here. What we've got is a massive descending wedge. We're going to zoom in on the right-hand side where all the actions is going on. Here's the action. We've got this kind of descending. Whenever these things descend, when they go from up to lower, that usually is a move upward. It's a continuation pattern. We've got the same continuation pattern on the right-hand side. And we're right at support here. This was the SPR release. And we've gone on up. And hopefully we can break to the upside here at any point. Looking at natural gas. Let's zoom out here. We broke to the upside for natural gas on a kind of a big long-term perspective. Had a couple of little topping patterns here. Number 3 is right there. I'm waiting for a break to the upside here very, very soon. Looks like we broke to the upside just recently, perhaps, and come back and did a little retest, a small one. Maybe we can break here and move on higher for natural gas. SM Energy, one of my favorite natural gas oil companies. So looking at this guy, big old shoulder, head, shoulder potential. Zooming in on the right-hand side here, we've got nice support. We're going to zoom way in. 1, 2, 3. We broke to the downside for the SPR release, and we've been fighting our way back up ever since. And I think we'll continue to move on up. CETA, very similar, broke its downtrend line, the SPR release, trying to do some manipulation of oil, but that didn't work, and we're probably going to head on higher here at any second here with this downtrend line break in CDEV. CPE is looking good. So looking at this guy, we had a huge shoulder, head, shoulder, which all of them have. Projected move, $114 or something like that. Zooming in on the right-hand side over here. Let's zoom in. They tried shooting us back down, but it just came bubbling right back up. So that's CPE. That looks good. Hopefully the momentum can continue to the upside. Here's recaf. Recaf zoomed in, coming on up, breaking out of this descending wedge pattern. Have another descending wedge pattern. We kind of leaked out the side of it, and hopefully we can find some traction to move on higher. And it is moving on higher here. Here's NOG. NOG, continuation pattern tilted downward. Broke out to the downside with the SPR release, and then we're fighting our way back up. So that one looks okay. MCF broke its downtrend line right here. And we might see a little bit further downside here. Maybe we do a little retest with this bearish engulfing pattern here. CPG on a big long-term perspective, reverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Trying to break to the right on the right-hand side here. You can see all these big green candlesticks. Looking good. Big old move higher. Looks fantastic to break to the upside for CPG. Grand Tierra Energy kind of leaked out the bottom here. We're fighting our way back up. We got to get inside the pattern again. That's what it's trying to do. And some of them have already done that. Tellurian still inside the pattern, still looks good, nothing broken. CRK is still looking good. Looks like we're getting a little bit of momentum here to the upside, so that's good. We've got kind of a 1, 2, maybe a 3. Maybe we break here shortly to the upside of this pattern. We got to get all the way back up. Sandridge. Sandridge came out a little bit on the downside of the pattern, but we're back in it today. Nice big move, looking good. Tetra Technologies still pretty low. Broke its downtrend line of the big boy downtrend line. Zooming on in, we've got that. That's on a 6-month there. Zooming on in, and we're just we broke this downtrend line, popping out. Here's a rig, broke its downtrend line. We're moving on higher, so that looks good. for that. That's all I have today. Kind of ripping through it. That's oil and natural gas. I think a lot of them they got tried to be pushed down. Someone tried pushing them down, called Biden, and they're bubbling back up. They're coming above their necklines and their patterns. So everything looks good to me. Hopefully the momentum can continue. I think it can. I think oil's going much higher. That's my opinion. I think a lot of it is inflation driven as well. It's a combination of inflation and a combination of supply and demand. And we'll see what happens next year with that supply demand getting tight. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.